Hi, and welcome back to the business of being a virtual assistant. I am your host, Tiffany Parson, and you are listening to episode number 191. Making sure I got the right one. And I'm looking at my notes off to the right. So let me turn on my timer here. Want to make sure I get all the time in that I want to have with you today. We're talking about getting organized. How do you get organized? How do you stay organized? So, I want to give you a tip today that has helped me stay on track, accomplish what I need to accomplish from one week to the next. Now, this is not about getting your office organized or your home organized. It's really helping you get your thoughts organized and all the things that you have to do for your business. So, if you were like I was, and I can't even find it now, I used to have, for those watching the video, you see me looking around, I used to have little sticky notes all over the place or different notebooks, putting different things in different notebooks and hoping, at least getting it out of my head and onto paper. That was the start of it. That helped me to not keep repeating it in my head over and over again so that I wouldn't forget it. Instead, I got out of my head, write it down. But the problem became in keeping track of all the little post-its, keeping track of all the different notebooks that I was writing in. There is a time for post-its and a time for different notebooks, but when we're talking about getting organized, this is something that you need to be able to come back to on a regular. And this is separate from your Google Calendar, your iCal, any digital calendar that you have. This is something that you write because when you create this is helping you, again, organize your thoughts, your task, the things that you need to do for the week and for the month. So, this is now, I've always loved stationery and pens. Let me tell y'all, the office supply store is like the toy store for me. Uh, when my husband and I go to the office supply store, in fact, we had Staples the other day, and we were supposed to be going for cardstock paper. And of course, I want to see all the other stuff because, it's back to school season and they got all the cool school supplies out. I want to see all of that, the pens, the papers. He's like, we got to go. We didn't have a whole lot of time. And they had gel pens, all these different things. And I wanted to check everything out, but it wasn't that kind of visit. It was just an in and out. But anyway, I'm saying all this to say this is a notebook that I ordered online. It is a weekly scheduler. And I am really enjoying this scheduler. One first thing is that it's not so cute that I want to hold it and look at it. I actually need to use it because there's nothing here, right? And this is what it looks like on the inside. And those of you that are listening, it is a plain cardstock front, and the pages are just divided up Monday through Sunday. Nothing cute, no quotes, no, cute little pictures or flowers, nothing. It's plain Jane. So that look automatically forces you to write something on it. So what I have been doing, the way I started out using this was getting everything down. Okay, these are all things I need to do. However, that just didn't work for me because when I came back later to look at it, it looked like a whole mess because I was making up how I wanted to use it instead of using how it's laid out with the days of the week. So once I figured out the best way for me, life just got so much easier. It's like, yes, I got excited getting out of the bed because I already know what my week looks like. Here is the first thing, and that is do not try to map out your week in the week. You try to map out your week in the week, it's too late. Like you're already in it. Map out your week beforehand. So let me tell you what I did. So Like I said, I've tried all these different ways and now I've figured out what works best for me. Now, I want you to try out the different ways. This is to add to your arsenal of things to try. Not to say that my way is the way, but you're going to um, add it to the things that to try and see, is this, would this work out for me? So, what I noted was there are things on my schedule that absolutely don't change. So, for example, what that might look like for you is maybe it's your job. Maybe you're working full time, you have part time. Those things don't change. So, that automatically goes on the calendar, block it off, color it in, write in it, whatever. So, it's a visual thing. So, you can visually see, right? What I'm giving you today is separate from how you handle your digital stuff. This is again to help you accomplish your tasks, meet your goals, be organized during the week so you can see what it is and writing it down. Off on the side, I wrote down all the different blocks. So there are certain things that I want to do every single week. I'm going to run through it quick for you. Create and write. I put those together. Post, podcast, client work slash review, plan, appointments slash meetings, workouts, read slash study, self care. Again, everybody's list is going to look different. So I put that in. So I started with the absolutes, the things that didn't change. Um, there are client projects that I work on every single week. So I had to map that out, cross it off. There are meetings and trainings that I have during this week. I'm only looking at this week. I put that on there. Um, and any appointments, put that on there. Then I put in, when am I going to do client work? It's very easy to think I'm a little bit here, a little bit there. No, put it on your calendar. When are you going to do it? If you've been working in your business for a while, you know when your brain is the freshest and when you think the clearest and can move as efficiently as possible. That's when you want to do your client work. For me, as hard as I have tried to fight it, mornings are best for me. And it don't have to be 5 o'clock in the morning, but morning. So I put it in there. I did not put a time. I just know it's AM. I know it's in the AM, so it's morning. Some people like time blocks where every single hour has something going on. I tried that and I felt like somebody had locked me up in a cage with that system. This, I know morning. Morning for me is before 12. Morning for client work. Um, what I also put on here was when I was going to record the podcast. So put that on there. And I chose a time when I know I'm going to have to be dressed and ready anyway. One of the things for recordings, and for those of you that go live or you also have a podcast or whatever, you're going to find if you want to be on video, you are going to want to be presentable. And if it's a chill day, trust me, you are not going to feel like putting on clothes where you're presentable because it's a chill day and you may not want to record in your chill day outfit. And it's also a mindset and attitude that you come with. If it's a chill day, podcast's going to be recorded a whole different way. I'm not going to be feeling it. So I figured out the secret. I already have to be ready on certain days, so record on those days. All right, decide when you're going to publish the podcast. That's when all the stuff have to put together. So I blocked out those things. Then I put in planning. This is really what I want to get to for you guys because this is very specific to each and every one. No matter who's listening, we all need to plan. Light bulb went off. It's like, you know what? There's a reason why teachers have planning periods because they need time to plan, right? Do their lesson plans. Light bulb, we need planning periods as well. So when is going to be your planning time? So I have two separate planning times in the week. One of the planning times is dedicated to marketing. This is when I plan what I'm going to do for marketing. The other time is when I'm planning what the next week looks like. So I broke it up. Because what will happen if I try to put it together, I'm going to just start on planning for the week and put off the marketing. But we cannot put the marketing off. So have it by itself. Have a separate block of time where you plan what you're going to do to market. And remember, we're not planning for this week. This marketing plan is for the next week. Having said that, on the opposite side of my page, and I wish I could everybody could see it, but on the flip side of the Monday through Sunday is a blank sheet. So on the back of it is blank. This is where I'm writing what's coming up that I'm marketing for, right? So for example, I have a webinar coming up on August 3rd. I've got a 6-week workshop for you guys coming up in September. Got to start planning the marketing for that. So that's what's noted on the back. So when it's time for that planning period for marketing, I'll look at the back of the sheet and I'll know, okay, what am I marketing? What am I planning for? Those are the things. And then on Friday is when I'm going to plan for next week. I thought about, maybe I could do it on Saturday or Sunday, but those really are my chill days. And I'm not going to want to be planning for next week because I want to focus, be attentive to the weekend instead of all the way into next week. So if I do it on Friday, then once I shut up the computer on Friday, I'm done. I'm done for the week. Uh, Add in there when you're going to study and read. If you're like me, you love learning, you enjoy reading, you might just find yourself doing that all the time. Let's hone in on some of that because some of that energy needs to be dedicated to planning your marketing, to actually doing your marketing, to creating and writing, to posting, to other things. You may be using it as a way of procrastinating on what you need to do most. So have a separate block where you get to study and read, and then have a block for self-care. That is very important. And whatever self care looks like to you, that is that time for you to do that. And it's important to have it in there. So I've got these blocks instead of set times. So I just know evening, morning, midday, and it works fantastically. And I don't know, for those of you that are seeing the video, I don't know if you can really see that good, but at least you see all my markings and stuff like that. So that's what it looks like. And I feel so organized, y'all. I've been using this for a little while, testing it out to see, okay, will this work for me? And it's working great. Working great. I had someone cancel an appointment early this morning. So once I got my digital calendar updated, I went to my written and I marked it off and wrote canceled. The reason I did that is so let's say a month from now when I'm flipping through to see what did I do, I'll know, okay, that one got canceled. Plus, I just like to write on paper anyway. So if you love to write on paper, this is going to be amazing for you to do. And if you've got stickers and all kinds of stuff, this is you could, put your stickers and everything. Have fun with it, guys. Have fun with this in your planning and getting organized. I don't know where, as adults, we kind of left off the things we enjoyed as kids. Like, I love stickers and colorful pens and fun stationery and pads. I mean, if that is, get back into that stuff. There's no rules. Oh, it's just for kids. No. If those are the things that light you up, that make you happy, that get you excited, do that. Do that. Hey, your business, have fun. You got a plan anyway. Why can't it be a fun thing to do? So anyway, I'm trying to think, see if there's anything else I need to do on here to tell you about. Um, and be sure you block off creating and writing time. It's not fun when you know you haven't posted on social for a while and then you got to hurry up and craft something to say. You got to create it and write something and post it all in the same breath. That makes you not even want to do social media. Anybody else? I'm raising both hands. That makes you not want to do it. But if I could have a separate time where I create and write and then post later, that is a winner for me. That is a winner for me until one of my team members can take that over. But for now, I'm doing it, right? If you have a team, block off a time where you do your team stuff or you review stuff for your team. Put that on there as well, or when you invoice and things like that. So, anyway, if you have any questions about, there's my timer. Timer is going to be a part of the show, y'all, because I want to make sure that I am putting in enough time, but not too much time where you shut me off. So, anyway, that is the end of this podcast episode. If you have any questions about how to be organized and, the whole little system that I'm doing, feel free, come ask me over on Facebook. Because that may just be, we'll make it a part of another episode. If you are not on the email list, you're not getting the emails for whatever reason, be sure you text 345-345, the word VA start. VA stands for virtual assistant start, START. I look forward to our next visit in the next episode. And in the meantime, come on over, see me on Facebook. It's The Business of Being a Virtual Assistant, facebook.com/ TBBVA. You got all that? If not, look for the links below the video if you're on YouTube. And if you're on Stitcher, iTunes, and wherever this podcast is, make sure you go ahead and write us a review. I would love to hear from you. You guys have a wonderful and fantastic day.